You've been covering a lot of the Jeremy Lin storyline.
Craziness, insanity. I mean, it's funny. They just announced that Madison Square Garden's television network had the two highest rated games ever this past Friday and Monday, which is when the Knicks played the Hornets, one of the worst teams in the league, and the Nets. Also not maybe one of the NBA's glamour teams right now in terms of record or anything else. They're two highest rated games ever. This is more than Michael Jordan's double nickel game. I mean, this is more, the hunger for this and the number of people checking this out who are not sports fans is, I think, beyond what a lot of people even realize. Just everybody wants to be involved.
In terms of, handling the whole headline situation that ESPN had to deal with, I guess, when you talked to him, did he bring that up, or what's been kind of the atmosphere at work with that situation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously something that everyone at ESPN took incredibly seriously. The person who's in charge of the website apologized publicly. ESPN's network apologized, and the person who was responsible for that headline was dismissed. They're also looking into just how things get online so that a mistake like that doesn't happen again. Not that the headline was, I don't want to say mistake because that minimizes it. I want to give full understanding to how serious people realized this was. There's nothing minimal about it. But the fact that it made it online is something that they're looking at too, to make sure that if somebody does do something egregious, there's a couple checks and balances, or there's more checks and balances to where it gets there. So those are some of the things that ESPN has done to take responsibility for the fact that somebody at the network, and there's thousands of people who work for the network, but they all carry the ESPN name, so we're all responsible. And someone who worked for the network did something that, as the head of ESPN.com said, was indefensible.
Do you think it's fair that people are making comparisons to Tebow or Tebow Mania as well? Do you think it's a different story?
It's a pretty different story. I understand why from the outside it's sort of an easy comparison because they were both recent. But other than that, it's a pretty different story. Tim Tebow was an all-star recruit, Heisman Trophy winner, and a first-round draft pick. This kid kind of got turned down everywhere he went. He didn't get an athletic scholarship to college. He didn't get drafted. He got cut from 2 teams before he came to New York and lit everything up. I mean, you really can't compare the different routes that those guys have taken.
Speaking about star athletes, we have one here. We have John Sherna.
Yes.
And, what are your thoughts on the tournament hopes of Northwestern, or how they've been playing this year, and even him breaking the record?
Yeah, it's tough. That loss, I don't know when this is airing, that loss last night, if I can say that, certainly didn't help the tournament hopes, but I did see some of the college people talking this morning about how they thought they maybe were still inside the bracket. Will obviously be a little, I think there'll be some nerves around campus on the day that they announce everything, but it's exciting for the school, right? I mean, it's an area where there hasn't been a lot of success, and to be able to get into the NCAA tournament would be just a huge step for Northwestern, and something that I think the same way that the success that the football program had in the 90s really pushed it into the success that it's had since then the success that the Northwestern basketball program could have now might propel it to maybe do some exciting things in the next decade.